1 of Kevin Clayton, 3, Art Goodhine, 03, Chris Wenzel, the 2, Rick DeRozier, 7, Kirk Alexander, 4, Alan Anaki, 18, Herb Stevens Jr., and the 8, bringing up the rear, will be Bill Rathburn from Baldwinville, Massachusetts. Slow pace on a warm summer night. Here they come. Davis on the gas, Blackmore beside him. Here's the green. Davis slow, Blackmore high, Clayton right on Davis's back bumper. Goodhine trying to work out of the back of the pack, drifting backward. Turn 4, it'll be Davis with the lead. Blackmore, Clayton, Wenzel and DeRozier. Goodhine 6th, 7th is Alexander, 8th is the 4. 9th is Stevens and 10th is Rathburn. Battle for the lead continues. Davis and Blackmore. Blackmore staying on the high side, works off turn 2 but gets way up high. Opens the door. Davis and Clayton. Clayton sees the opening down low off 4, and here he is. Continues to work the inside on Davis, who comes back off turn 2. Once you get that inside opened up, it's Katie by the door, and here they come. Wenzel on the bumper. Caution is out as the 18 loses a right rear tire and rolls it off the track. Caught the wall, ripped up the rear tire, and Herb Stevens Jr. is out of commission, brings out the caution at the halfway mark. And Clayton up front. Clayton wants that lead this time. Here's the green off 4. Clayton to the outside at the line. He's got to hold it for a lap to keep that lead, and he pulls way out ahead. 2 car lengths off turn 2. Wenzel to the outside. Alexander moving up as well. Halfway this time by. Clayton, Wenzel Davis, Alexander, Blackmore, DeRozier, and Anaki with Goodhine. Could be a good battle, nice and tight all the way around. Wenzel moves into second. He's right on the bumper of Clayton as they hit lap 5. Alexander in a borrowed car working the outside. Now he'll look to the inside. No, the outside. He'll work to the high side of Wenzel, who doesn't give him any room up there. 2 laps to go now, and here's Alexander down low. Works to the inside of Wenzel, and Kirk Alexander's doing a good job in an unfamiliar race car. Wenzel a little loose, white flag, here it is, Clayton, Alexander, Wenzel, Davis and DeRozier, Blackmore, Anaki, and Goodhine. Checkered flag. Here they come. Alexander inside to the line. Oh! Very, very close. We'll have to go to the 3 scores for a judgment on that one. And they say Alexander at the wire. So Chris Stroshine, Chris Lashaway, Gail Lavoie, and Joe Krajewski. Here they come. Green's out. They get a little squirrely on the shift. Stroshine hangs on through turn 2. Lashaway works to the high side. Stroshine down to the white line. Lashaway will take the lead. Stroshine second, Krajewski, Lavoie and Felton, Lorenzetti, Kamansky, Cody, Thurston, and Hasbrook. Fred Felton has plenty of running room on the outside for that Scirocco, and he's going to put the pedal to it. Lashaway, Krajewski, Felton. Gail Lavoie moves into 4th. Stroshine back to 7th as Lorenzetti goes to 5th and Kamansky 6th. Chris Lashaway having a good run in that Toyota tonight. Keeps it low. He can see Felton moving up in his mirror. Felton working the high side. In the Pelamato Scirocco. Lashaway and Felton side by side for the lead, this time down to the line. Felton gets a little high and wide, but he'll take it going into turn one. Fred Felton to the high side of Lashaway, way up on the turn two banking. Kamansky has moved into third as Lavoie loses another tire. 2 to go now. Lashaway, Felton, Kamansky. Lashaway drops to Silk. Felton moves up to first. Lashaway back to third as Kamansky works the outside. Wide flag. We'll see a good last lap between these Pelamato Scirocco's. Checkers come out. Here comes Felton. Can Kamansky do it on the outside? No. It's Felton, Kamansky, Lashaway, Krajewski, and Lorenzetti. Stroshine, Cody, Thurston, and Hasbrook. And dropping out is the 66 for Gail Lavoie.
2 rookie drivers, and here they come, picking up speed. And there's the green flag. Cashman already with a pretty big lead going into turn one. It's actually big enough to put him, you could say, a full car length in front of Drew as the field now lines out single file through turns 3 and 4. Cashman a little sideways off turn 4. Drew closing back in after not getting off to too good of a start. Drew now is looking for racing room with Block and Meany battling for position 3. Here comes Drew to the outside of Cashman. Meany dirt tracks it off turn number 4 as he battles with Block for position number 3. Now Drew on the high side looks for the lead. Steve Drew alongside Cashman off turn number 4. Down to the line, it's Cashman holding the advantage, but Drew is not giving up on the high side. Cashman drifts up just a bit. Here comes Block down low. A great battle right up front in strictly qualifying event number 1. Now Drew edges out ahead. All 3 get a little crossed up. Cashman right back on the inside with car 17X. Off turn number 2, it's going to be Drew to lead the field. Cashman and Block with Stymist right in there, car number 89. Cashman gets a tap from Block, and now as they come off the turn, Drew gets a little sideways enough so that Cashman can move right back into contend. Brainerd is about to go 1 lap down. Trouble now. Stymist gets tagged by Block, and we've got big trouble in turn 4. Block, Meany, and Stymist come together, and the yellow is out. Stymist, Meany, and Barnard. Drew gets a little crossed up on the start, and we've got a green. And Cashman will go back out in front. Here comes Farnsworth on the high side. Drew with apparently a mechanical problem. Looks like he's got a tire going down. Could be the right rear tire, and the white flag is in the air. A tough break for Steve Drew in car 17. Yes, indeed, you can see the right rear tire has gone down on that machine, so Cashman, Farnsworth, Stymist, and Meany are running away with this race. Farnsworth driving a great race. Cashman gets crossed up. The checkered flag is in the air. It's Cashman, Farnsworth, Meany, Stymist, and Hersey. Driver, the 24, Phil Hasbrook. Tom Curley, your point leader in car 40. Then Glenn Brio, the 29 Mass. Corey Cashman, the 27. And the number 71 is Randy Baker. Green flag is in the air, and it's Zellman out in front of car 39. Livingood holds on for second, but here comes Cook down on the low side of the racetrack. Cook takes the second spot coming off of turn number 4. Livingood drops to third with Mallet 4th, Burgess 5th, Curley 6th, and Brio 7th. Here comes Mallet to the inside of Livingood in search of taking third. Back up front, we've got a little battle for the lead. Cookie Cook looking for racing room. He heads to the low side of Zellman. At the line, it is Zellman with the advantage. 2 cars spin in turn 4, Corey Cashman and Randy Baker. Both continue, and back up front, it's Cook taking the lead from Zellman. Livingood holds on for third. Here comes Mallet in car 97, and he's got the third spot at the line this time by. Curley is looking to move in as well with car 40. Livingood gets up a little high in turn 2, and here comes Burgess. Halfway marker is out, and it's Cookie Cook, Joe Zellman, John Mallet, Tom Curley, Ron Burgess, Glenn Brio, Jason Livingood, and Phil Hasbrook. Cook now beginning to stretch his advantage. Battle for third on the racetrack. Tom Curley moves up alongside Mallet as they go into the turn. Curley has the advantage coming off turn 2. And that is the battle on the racetrack. Mallet dives right back into contend. Six laps now complete with Cook way out in front. Zellman second, Curley third, Mallet fourth, Burgess fifth, and Brio sixth. White flag is in the air. Consultation flag for Corey Cashman, the number 27 car. This time by, it's going to be checkered for Richard Cook in car 32 as he takes the win.
Rugg sets the pace, and here they come. And Mowry jumps on the gas and leaps out in front. Mowry, Rugg, Salzarullo, and Goodenough. Goodenough looks slow with Batchelor. They get inside. No. Mowry, Rugg, and Goodenough. The Bobs up front. Batchelor fourth, Salzarullo fifth, Karen sixth. Beckwith and Corliss fight for seventh, Shemiluski's eighth. Mowry hangs on, Rugg second, Goodenough third, Batchelor and Karen. Salzarullo, Beckwith, Corliss and Shemiluski. Batchelor trying to wheel it underneath Goodenough to take over third, and he'll do it, at least for a moment. Moves in behind Rugg. Goodenough up in the marbles and has to bring it back. Loses 2 spots. Batchelor continues to work the inside. Rugg isn't going to give him the room there. Karen working the outside. They're all over Rugg's bumper. It'll be Robin Mowry, Bob Rugg, Batchelor, Karen. Karen stays to the outside. Mowry having a little bit of a handling problem up front. It's Karen to the outside. Mowry first, Karen second. Rugg, whoa! Took it in too deep. And Goodenough had to go way up high to get away from everybody. Caution on the racetrack. Lap 5. Bob Rugg took it in a little bit too hard, and the end came around on him. And that forced Goodenough to go high to get out of the way. Here comes Mowry and Karen. Here's the green. Salzarullo has to pull up high and opens the door wide. Salzarullo has trouble getting it in gear. Mowry hangs on and holds off Karen. He's got Batchelor on the backside and Karen on the outside. And Karen takes the lead. Comes right back. He and Mowry bumping and thumping a little bit. Robin's going to take him out to the wide side. 2 laps to go. Karen comes right back on the outside of him again. Down the front straightaway and takes him again. Karen back. Mowry second. Batchelor third. Beckwith fourth and Corliss fifth. Then it's Rugg and Goodenough. White flag out now. Batchelor working the outside of Mowry to try to get second on his final lap. Mowry goes wide, way out to the white line. Batchelor stays right out there with him. Here they come to the wire. It'll be Karen, Batchelor, Mowry, Beckwith, Goodenough, Corliss, and Rugg. Then Salzarullo and Shemiluski. So Punky Karen comes back. Driver who's moved into the pro stocks here at the end of the season. Here they come. Zeidema gets the Budweiser machine on the gas first. Gravel goes second. Battle for third through 6. And Gravel will hold his own. Zeidema looks strong. Gravel drops low. Rollins tries to move to the outside but can't quite get the bite. Colson moving into third. It'll be Colson third. Rollins fourth, Boniface fifth, and Marquis sixth. Whoa, bad luck for Latois. The 69 dumps the hood. Rips right off. Now the field begins to sort itself out. It's Zeidema, Gravel, Colson, Boniface, and Rollins with Marquis. Marquis sticking it down inside, trying to take that number 5 spot. Zeidema, Gravel, Colson, Boniface, Marquis, and Rollins. Rollins right there with him. Boniface trying to pick up a third spot on Colson as they come off turn 4. Colson third at the line. Boniface third into 2. Colson fights back on the outside. 2 laps to go. Boniface and Colson battle for third. It'll be Boniface. Boniface by about a bumper as they fight off turn 2. And Gravel closes in on Zeidema with a lap to go. Boniface solidly in third now. Gravel looks inside Zeidema for second. With the checkers out, it's going to be Jeff Zeidema, G.G. Gravel, Jim Boniface, Jerry Marquis, Junior Colson, Brett Rollins, and Rick Payne will be the 7th and final qualifier.
The big night for the late models, the championship Budweiser King of Beers 50-lap event. And here they come. Off turn number 4, Meany and Bree side by side. The green flag is in the air down into turn 1. It looks like Bree with the slightest advantage, and he will lead them off turn 2. Meany second, Brio third. Contact between Meany and Bree, and around goes Meany with Bouchard. Hard contact. And it looks like both will be able to pull away. Bree, meanwhile, way out in front. Brio second, Gray is third. And we've got Fred LaForge with a problem in car 14. The yellow flag is out. You can see heavy damage to the right rear quarter panel on the 48 car for Robbie Bouchard. With no place to go, spun and hit Meany pretty hard. Car number 68, Bill Bree, is your leader with 1 lap complete. Eddie back out just in time with car 14 as we get set to go back to green. Bree, Brio, Gray, Sutherland, and Patnode are your top 5 as they go through turns 1 and 2. Here comes Gray down low on Brio. Contact between Patnode and Sutherland. Both drivers hold on. And right up front, battle for second. Gray on the low side takes second from Bree. Bree, that is, as Bree, the 68, is out in front. Bill Bree, Barry Gray, Eddie Brio Jr. begin to pull away from the rest of the field, consisting of Sutherland, Patnode, Chalmers, Demers, Bouchard, LaForge, and Meany. Chalmers and Demers make contact. Chalmers dirt tracks it off the turn. Patnode goes around Sutherland and moves up to 4th. Halfway marker is out. Bree, Gray, and Brio are pulling away. Patnode up to 4th. Sutherland back to 5th. Demers 6th. On the inside is Chalmers running 7th, and it's Bouchard and LaForge. Great action action, 4th through 8th. In turns 1 and 2, off the turn they come. Patnode leads Sutherland. Here comes Demers on the high side, car 26. Fred LaForge, car 14, tries to get traction running the high side, but he drops back a spot. 2 laps remain for Gray and Brio. Todd Patnode still holding on to 4th, Sutherland 5th. Here comes Chalmers back down low. He'll take 6th. Demers and Bouchard will battle for the 7th spot. White flag is in the air for Bree. Still, battles continue at the back of the pack as the conclusion of this race is upon us. It's Bill Bree to take the win with car 68. Who's it going to be? It's Patnode for 4th. Sutherland for 5th. Joey Dietz rounding out the field will be car 30 for Dennis Stange. Drug anxiously sets the pace, and here they come. But we do not get a green. Yellow flag remains out. Drug with too much of a jump. Jr., Jim Thompson, Matt Weaver, Todd Anderson, Howie Dietz, and Dennis Stange. Now Drug is setting a pretty good pace in car 16, and it's a much better start. Good job by Drug. The green flag should be displayed. There it is. Down into turn 1, Drug leads the field. Tack gets up high. Here comes Jarvis down low, car 4. Jarvis is up to 2nd, just like that. Shepard now up to 4th, looking to challenge Tack for the 3rd spot. Drug, Jarvis, Tack, Carey, Shepard. Here comes Carey down to the low side of Tack in the battle for 3rd. Newcomb's right in there. Here comes Jarvis down low on Drug in the battle for the lead. Jarvis now drops off the pace in car 4. A tough break for him. Suddenly on the backstretch, car 4 slows considerably. So now Drug's all alone with Carey up to 2nd. A great run for the 5 Vermont. Tack holds on for 3rd with Newcomb right on his heels. Newcomb dives low and looks for 3rd. Roger Shepard is 5th. Todd Anderson up to 6th. Dennis Stange from last is up to 7th. Thompson holds off Dietz and Weaver. Weaver and Dietz come together, and Weaver goes into the wall. Weaver cut down on Dietz trying to secure position, but Dietz was already totally alongside, and you saw the results. Back up front, we've got a battle for the number 1 spot with Carey closing right up on Drug, now diving low. Tom Carey Jr. on a roll is about to take the number 1 spot. Through turns 3 and 4, now coming off the turn. The Penfield 205 Vermont is your brand new leader. So it's Carey, Drug, Newcomb all alone in 3rd. Keeping the faith after winning a feature event last week, Newcomb is right up there in the top 5 with Tack and Shepard. Anderson is 6th with Stan 7th. Dietz with a flat left rear tire costs him. 2 laps to go for Carey, and it's Drug. Newcomb is catching Drug. Tack and Shepard, Anderson, Stange, and Thompson. This time by, it will be white flag for Carey. Car number 5, Vermont, way out in front. Checkered flag is in the air. Tom Carey Jr. takes the win in car 5, Vermont. Four is Lenny Silver, front runner from Claremont. The 12 is Dave Nelson, and the 55 is Jim Rule. And the green is out. Batchelder not getting off to a very good start, as already out in front is Fitzgerald. Batchelder not giving up as he runs the low side with car number 7. And we've got trouble. Silver and Johnson come together in turn number 4. Yellow flag is out right away. Silver, a Full 360 off into the dirt, banking in car number 94. Also involved, the 73 of Barry Johnson. A tough Fitzgerald, of course, a longtime competitor, familiar to the Speedway. And now the pace is set. We're ready to roll. The green flag is out. Qualifying heat number 3 gets underway for the late models. Through turns 1 and 2, it's Batchelder. Fitzgerald way up high. Here comes Ferrillo and Stone. Looked at first like they were going to make it 3 wide, but Stone backed out. 1 lap complete. Batchelder way out in front. Fitzgerald cuts back down to the inside to secure the second spot. Here comes Bingham to the high side of Ferrillo as Stone looks high on Fitzgerald. The battle on the racetrack appears to be 1 for second. Stone looking for racing room to get around Fitzgerald as Batchelder continues to do an impressive job leading this event. Batchelder, Fitzgerald, Stone, then Ferrillo, Bingham, Metcalf, Gaynor, Buffum, Rule, and Nelson. Fitzgerald and Stone have caught Batchelder once again, and they're looking to move in. Ed Stone moves up into second on the high side. He's looking to move in on Batchelder. Gives him a tap, letting him know he's there. Running in the 6th and final qualifying spot right now is Barry Metcalf in car 6. Batchelder doing a great job holding off Stone, but now Stone dives low. 3 laps left to go with Stone on the low side. And he'll take the number 1 spot just like that, but still a good run for Batchelder as he holds on for second. Fitzgerald is third, Ferrillo fourth, 2 laps to go. Ferrillo having a pretty good run with the 11 Vermont. Bingham is fifth, and in the 6th and final qualifying spot is still Metcalf, being pressured heavily by Gaynor. White flag is out, this time by for Stone, then it's Batchelder, Fitzgerald, Ferrillo, Bingham. Here comes that battle for the 6th and final qualifying position. It was Metcalf at the line, but there's still a little less than 1 lap to go. Checkered flag is in the air, and taking down the win, Ed Stone.
Seven to qualify, 10 laps, here they come. Batchelor, Brown, Townsend and Ball, Rudolph. Townsend in hard, has to brake and pull it back, and that gives a break to Ball for third. Marquis quickly around Townsend underneath Rudolph. It's Batchelor, Brown, Ball, Marquis and Townsend, Rudolph, Hightower, Cole, and Kennedy. Batchelor in high, here comes Brown inside. Rusty Ball way up the outside, Brown down to the inside. Cole spins it out, he'll wait for the caution in turn 4. Rolls it slowly off, and now the caution comes out. Brownie takes the lead as Cole gets the caution. That'll put Bruce Batchelor back in the lead. Brown second and Marquis third. Ball, Marquis, and Ball. Bring them up. Ted Brown takes him off turn 2. Marquis works into second. Coming up to the halfway mark, Brown, Marquis, Batchelor, and Ball. Brownie trying to hang on to that lead. Marquis goes second. Batchelor jumps into third. Ball drops to fourth. Rudolph up to fifth. Then it's Kennedy, Townsend, and Hightower. Ted Brown trying to hang on and qualify. Ball starting to work the outside again. Here comes Marquis to the inside. Whoa, Rusty way up in the marbles. Ted Brown sees Marquis go flying by with 2 laps to go. 6 cars will qualify. Look out. Hightower and Ball nearly came together. White flag for Marquis. Brown, Batchelor, Rudolph, Batchelor into Rudolph. Rudolph spins to the infield as a checkered flag comes out. It'll be Marquis, Brown, Batchelor, Kennedy, Brown, Hightower, Townsend. Rudolph, no he's not. Just coming off a broken wrist from an accident back in June. 2nd week without a cast on. Cole with his backup car. 6, Tim Maroka. Here they come. 10 laps, 6 cars to qualify. Whoa! Jarvis trying to go outside. Bateman up the middle. DeRoyne opens the door for Bateman. Here they come. DeRoyne and Bateman come together again. This will be Monteith up the inside on DeRoyne. It's Schofield, Bateman. DeRoyne getting bounced all over the place. Avery up to 5th. Caution on the racetrack as Maroka spins to the inside of turn 4. '85. The 28 belongs to Dwight Jarvis. Avery in the 10. Here they come. Schofield, Bateman, Monteith, Jarvis, and Avery. Trying to line up a hole. No room for anybody. Monteith on the bumper. Almost lost it. Dives back in again. Here's Monteith on the outside. Avery down low. Avery works the inside on Jarvis. Halfway coming up as Avery goes sliding down inside Monteith. Avery back inside Jarvis. Jarvis working the high side of turn 2. It's Schofield, Bateman, Monteith, Jarvis, and Avery. DeRoyne and Bodge. Schofield hard into 3, and Bateman almost gets underneath. Monteith opens the door for Jarvis on the low side, and Jarvis goes way down. 2 laps left to go. Schofield holds the lead. Bateman second. Monteith on the outside. Monteith and Bateman, 20 years of racing together, and they bang hubs off the turn. Monteith dives in hard, and he's got second with 1 lap to go. Monteith, Schofield, Bateman, Jarvis, and Avery. Look out. Ronnie Bodge brings it around off turn 4 on the final lap. Here they come to the wire. It's Schofield, Monteith, Bateman, Jarvis, and Avery. DeRoyne, the 6th and final qualifier. Now check that. The 7th and final qualifier will be Cole. Dwayne Cody, the 3, is Art Goodhine. The 38 is Tom Thurston. Here comes the rest of the field looking for green as they come off the turn. And we're under lap. Chris Davis in the 17 takes the lead. Stroshine, Blackmore. The 45 of Chris Lashaway all over him. Here comes Kevin Clayton trying to pick up a room. He can't do it. The leader will be Davis. Trouble in turn 2. Felton, Kamansky, and Wenzel come together. On the second lap, funny thing, George Kamansky was saying to me in the pits tonight, I was congratulating him on his win in the Enduro Sunday, and George said, you know, fortunately we haven't had to work on the car very hard all this year. Nothing's really happened to it. And then tonight he and Fred both come out and get tangled up in the same mess. Neither driver has won this season. 1 lap down, 19 to go. Here they come. And Blackmore gets a good jump on the outside. Kevin Blackmore hammers it. Blackmore with a 2-car length advantage going into turn 3. Blackmore, Davis, Clayton. It'll be Clayton second, Davis third, Lashaway and DeRozier. Then Stroshine, Krajewski, and Felton with Kamansky. Kevin Blackmore, Kevin Clayton, Chris Davis, and Chris Lashaway. And Rick DeRozier round out the top 5. Krajewski, Felton, Stroshine, Kamansky, and Alexander the top 10. Blackmore trying to get as good a lead as he can. Here comes Kamansky. He's working the outside. Felton's working the inside. And Anaki's getting that bimmer wound up way up on the outside. A real dice for 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Look at them all under a blanket into turn 3. Lashaway comes away with 3rd. Felton 4th, Kamansky 5th, Davis 6th. 7th is DeRozier. Now Kamansky's way on the outside of Lashaway. Kamansky way tight to the outside. Lashaway gives him no room. All the way up to the wall. Meanwhile, Blackmore just keeps on going. Now, Felton is 3rd, Kamansky 4th. DeRozier is 5th. And Lashaway loses his hood. Caution on the racetrack. The caution comes out. What a tough break for Kevin Blackmore. He had a substantial lead on the field. Then Chris Lashaway loses the pins on his hood and gets blinded. He gets the caution as he spins out. The 45 of Chris Lashaway spins with his hood up. Kevin Blackmore now is going to have to fight his way back out front again. Had a good run going. 8 laps in the books. Kevin Clayton on the outside. Blackmore on the inside. Clayton winds up that Mustang and puts it on the front. Kamansky takes the Scirocco to the outside for 2nd. Here comes Felton up the inside. Halfway, coming up now, halfway. Kamansky, Felton, Clayton, Alexander, DeRozier, and Blackmore with Krajewski. Kirk Alexander really putting that 7 New Hampshire through its paces in a borrowed ride, moves into 3rd. Kamansky's well out in front. Faden, 2nd. Alexander 3rd, Clayton 4th, DeRozier 5th. Hasbrook is going to have some competition in a minute as he looks back. Trouble in the turn as Lashaway spins again. Caution is no, look out. Right down in front of the lead cars. So Davis, who started off up front and had a good run in his qualifying race, is out. Now we go to green again. Field on the move. Here they come. Kamansky looks for the green and takes off. Alexander right with him. And Alexander's going to go after him for the win. Felton's behind him. This is a big break for Alexander. Looks to the inside of Kamansky. Can't find the room. Kamansky looking for win number 5. Alexander looking for win number 3. Here comes Anaki. Alan Anaki in the BMW winds it up on the outside where he runs so well. And all of a sudden, there he is in 3rd. Could be a factor in the next 5 laps. George Kamansky leads. Kirk Alexander goes 2nd. Alan Anaki hard on it in 3rd. Clayton DeRozier fighting for 4th and 5th. Anaki right on the back bumper now of Kirk Alexander with 3 to go. Anaki to the low side of Alexander. There he is in 2nd. He's got 2.5 laps to run down George Kamansky. Can he do it? Anaki spinning to the infield as Stevens in the 18. 2 laps to go now. It'll be white flag for George Kamansky, Alan Anaki, Kirk Alexander. Kamansky with a half lap left. Here they come. It'll be George Kamansky with the win. Alan Anaki 2nd. Kirk Alexander 3rd. Clayton 4th and DeRozier 5th. Our late model street stock consolation race will be next. Oh, he just got back here, taking an extra victory lap here on the Gary's Power Equipment night for everybody but the late models, and they'll have a little bit of everything included in that. Wins in a similar car, not the same car. And as a matter of fact, had the win on Sunday afternoon. Look out, Chan. They're rolling right up to the hardware. There will be a war here in a moment. And let's welcome out our mini stock feature winner, George Kamansky. George, you and I were talking. The car was running real well. You didn't have any trouble with it. You didn't have to fix anything. And the first thing that happens in tonight's feature is you guys thump each other.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. I guess it cost Fred a little more than it cost me. His car was running hot, and that's why he tried to keep going towards the end there, keep it cool, but I guess he couldn't make it last.
Well, he was right behind you about a half a lap anyway. 5 wins must make the decision to move out of Enduros into Minis pretty worthwhile.
What's wrong with doing both?
What's wrong? You won on Sunday, another 300 and some odd laps.
Telling me you can't win too much?
You can win until you get sick of it. I don't think anybody gets sick of it. Our feature winner, George Kamansky. Meanwhile, from out of the back of the pack, and maybe he needed a little more time to make the run. What do you think? Another 4 or 5 laps?
I'm not too sure. We weren't going as good tonight as we were last week.
Well, you came out of the pack. You were way back there about 10th or 12th, and all of a sudden you were up to 3rd, and the next thing we know, you were working the inside and taking Kirk and into 2nd.
It was going decent, but next week we'll give it a better shot then.
Next week we'll see. Alan's predicting win. And Kirk Alexander, strange car, but not a strange place to be. You're back on Victory Lane.
Yeah, well, I don't know. This is kind of a handful out here, a different car and all. If I had mine, probably would have been a different story. But Mine's got a blown engine, and Kelson Clayton, I'd like to thank him a lot because he let me drive his car and we did a little work to it, but got it going real good. So.
And good to get into a strange car and make it run as well as it did. Did I see you unloading your tires to put on this car?
Yeah. I ran mine because his were, I don't know, just a little bit slicker, so tried mine out and it seemed to go all right.
Well, all right, it did. Now you can go back home and get our plenum ready, and we'll be set to go this week. Third place finisher, Kirk Alexander.
Out of Leominster, Massachusetts. Car number 94, Lenny Silver. And then the 73 car for Barry Johnson round out the field. 14 cars vying for 4 qualifying positions. Yellow flag remains out. Speedway, Demers, Stance, Metcalf, a front runner at Claremont, and Fred LaForge, front runner at Riverside Park. As we get set, this is the final qualifying event for the late model big event tonight. The green flag is in the air. Demers, Stance, Metcalf, and LaForge hold on to their 4 starting positions. Demers goes up on Stance. Here comes Robbie Bouchard in between them all. And we've got trouble. Jim Rule gets all out of shape on the back straightaway. Does a great job holding on off the turn. Bucky Demers will lead the field into turn number 1 with Metcalf up to second, Stance third. Here comes LaForge back on the outside as Johnson chops off the pace car 73. Fred LaForge dives into third, and we've got trouble. Nelson, Silver, and Weaver come together in turns 3 and 4. Yellow flag is out. Yellow comes out on lap number 2. As of right now, looking for a green this time by. Demers is your pace setter. Down on the low side, the green flag is in the air. Barry Metcalf and Fred LaForge. LaForge running well with car 14. Robbie Bouchard, Bucky Demers, and Dennis Stance 3 wide. Everybody's hungry for racing room. And we've got trouble down the front straightaway. Demers, Stance, and Jarvis. Jarvis comes home with the worst. Car number 4 goes around. And it looks like we are going to stay under green. Fred LaForge dives low, and whoa, just misses Pete Jarvis as Jarvis tries to come back out onto the racetrack. LaForge is your leader with Metcalf second. Third is Bouchard, fourth is Rule, and fifth is Stance. Here comes Bouchard to the outside of Metcalf. It's LaForge, Metcalf, Bouchard, and Rule. Stance now begins to close in on Rule in the battle for the final qualifying spot. Metcalf falls to third. Here comes Stance knocking on Rule's door. It's LaForge, Bouchard, Metcalf, Rule, and Stance. 1 spot out of qualifying with car number 30. Less than 3 laps to go now. 2 laps this time by as Stance goes high on Rule. Metcalf is there. Rule heading low on the number 6. Metcalf tries to shut the door, but to no avail. Looks like Rule is going to get the better, and Stance gets way up high and loses valuable ground with a white flag in the air. Metcalf and Meany get locked together. Metcalf, now Stance goes around Metcalf, doesn't go around, but he gets around for fourth. Checkered is in the air. Fred LaForge will take the win with car 14. That one for Chuck Geisler. Then car number 48. And that's Kevin Prue, and the 69 for Frank Latoile. Here they come as we look for a green. This coming time by Rugg and Mowry. And the green flag is out. The Pro Stock feature event is underway. Contact between Rugg and Mowry, and Rugg goes out into the number 1 spot. Mowry tries to hang in for second. Here comes Junior Colson down low. Zeidema also runs the low side. Off the turn, Rugg will lead lap number 1. Here comes Coulson down low, looking to take that spot. Mowry gets way up high and out of shape with the one mass, and that cost him dearly as he drops back several positions. Back up front, it's still Bob Rugg. Here comes Junior Coulson down low. Zeidema's up to third. Boniface fourth, and good enough fifth. Marquis sixth, Punky Karen seventh. Mowry eighth, Batchelder ninth, and G.G. Gravel 10th. Off turn 4, Rugg continues to do a great job holding on to the lead as Salzarillo. Car 44 has a problem in turn 3. He drops off the pace. Coulson trying to set Rugg up and move into the number 1 spot. Off the turn, it's still Rugg holding on. Bob Rugg in the hot pink and black number 70 continues to show the way with Coulson hot on his heels. Zeidema and good enough battle for third. Now Coulson's got a good bite coming off turn 4. He will come around to lead lap 7. Junior Coulson is out in front with Zeidema moving into second. Rugg stuck on the high side, and it looks like Boniface will also move by with car 27. Coulson, Zeidema, Boniface, and Marquis. Rugg holds on for fifth. Coulson continues to hold off Zeidema and Boniface with Marquis right up there in fourth in car 42. Good enough. Now takes fifth away from Rugg, and we've got a caution. Yellow flag is out. Debris on the racetrack off turn 4. Debris on the racetrack. That brings out a caution on lap number 10.
So call them numbers so the people are waiting down there so that we don't have to wait for them to come because we want to do it quick.
Here they come into turn 3. We're looking for a green. Junior Coulson, Jeff Zeidema, Jim Boniface, Jerry Marquis, and Bob Rugg. The green is out. Coulson holds off Zeidema, and here comes Boniface down low with the 27. Boniface looking for second. Actually, it looks like he's going to try to go all the way down low on Coulson. They touch going down into turn 1. Coulson and Boniface hold on. Coulson gets a tap from Zeidema. Beckwith and Litwell are in trouble on the front straightaway. A great battle right up front. Coulson continues to hold off Boniface, Zeidema, and Marquis. They're coming up to put Litwell a lap down. Heavy action right up front. Zeidema is off the pace. He gets tagged, almost goes around. Does a great job holding on, but that costs him. He got way up high over there in turn 1. So now it's Coulson, Boniface, Marquis, Karen, Batchelder, Gravel, Zeidema, Good Enough, and Rollins. Punky Karen heads to the high side of Marquis in search of taking third. Now Boniface is low on Coulson, still can't make the move stick. Once again, off turn 4. The battle continues with Coulson and Boniface. They touch one more time coming off turn 2. Boniface gives Coulson a tap. Now Coulson way off the pace with a flat left rear tire on car 37. He comes to a halt and the yellow flag is out. And we've got a spin on the backstretch at the same time. Payne goes around to 29. Junior Coulson leading the entire race from lap number 7 runs into a problem as he loses the lead due to a flat left rear tire. You saw it coming. They made contact and Coulson got hit several times in that tire by Boniface. 15 Boniface sets the pace alongside is point leader Marquis. Here they come. Colson gets a big jump on that start. Green is out, and it's Boniface leading him down into turn 1. Karen has moved into second just like that, and Marquis falls to third. Batchelder holds on for fourth. Gravel and Seidema having a battle for fifth. It looks like Gravel at the line with the advantage. Now Boniface and Karen will go at it for the lead. Here comes Karen down low off the turn. Into turn 1, Boniface holds the advantage as he dives to the inside to secure position. Now Karen will try the high side. Low one more time off of turn 4. Can't make the move stick, and we've got a caution. It's for Rick Payne in the 29 as he goes around in turn 2. A lot of competitors thought that caution was rather quick. He takes off. Karen, however, does not like that. Now they begin to pick up speed, but the yellow is back out. Boniface eager to restart the event while Karen is going for the slower approach. Put on a great battle wherever they are. Boniface and Karen. Let's see if they can continue to hold that statement true. Green is out, and it's Boniface. Karen sideways. Here comes Marquis down low. Karen dives back into second. Here comes Seidema to the inside of Marquis and Batchelder. Seidema looking to get back in the thick of things is back up to third now with car 15 at the line. Karen taps Boniface, now dives low. Who's it going to be as they go into turn 3? They're side by side. Karen goes up and tags Boniface, and Punky Karen goes out into the lead with car number 88. Boniface in the 27 back to second, then it's Seidema, Marquis, good enough, Batchelder, and Gravel. Boniface not letting Karen get away too far, but, or at least he's trying. Karen kind of has more power down the straightaways, but Boniface always catches them in the turns. Seidema holding on to third, Marquis fourth, good enough fifth, Batchelder sixth, Gravel seventh, Rugg is eighth, Coulson ninth, and Mowry 10th. It's still Karen leading the way. They begin to run single file now as they get to string out just a bit. Karen, Boniface, Seidema, Marquis, good enough, Batchelder, Gravel, Coulson, Rugg, Rollins, Mowry, and Corliss. Ten laps to go for Karen and Boniface. Karen now begins to stretch his advantage. And we've got a car in trouble in turn 3. That is the 54 of Gravel. It has slowed considerably in turn 3. And the yellow flag is out. Now the yellow is out as Gravel comes to a stop. To go Karen and Boniface. Will square off one more time. Green is out. It's Karen. Now Seidema moves back up into second with car 15. Seidema looking to dispose of Boniface. Can he do it? At the line, it is Zinema for the second spot. Boniface back to third, Marquis fourth, good enough fifth. Batchelder sixth, Polson seventh, Rollins eighth. Bob Brugg is ninth, and 10th is Mowry. Single file off of turn number 4 with Karen, Zinema, and we've got trouble on the back straightaway. 2 cars go around, one in the beginning of the back stretch, one at the end. That's Rick Payne and Kevin Prue. Yellow was out. In on Zinema to challenge. Zinema tries to hold him off. He does so. And now goes to work on Karen for the lead. This time by 5 laps to go. Here comes Zinema down low. Jeff Zinema in car 15 runs the low side. Can't make it stick that time. The Budweiser Duraflex machine is on the move, looking to head back into the lead. Karen doing a great job holding off the 15 car. 4 laps left to go. It's Karen, Zinema, Boniface, Marquis, and Goodenough. Zinema looks low but can't find the racing room as Karen has that inside groove occupied. 2 laps to go, this time by for Karen. Zinema still right there to contend. Boniface holds on to third, Marquis fourth. White flag is out. Here comes Zinema back down low. If Karen can hold on, it will be his 5th win of the season, 59th career victory here at Monadnock Speedway. And now, Billy Dunn has the checkered in hand. It waves, and it's Punky Karen to take the win with car number 88.
The winning driver tonight. Next up will be our Strictly Stock feature event. Following the Strictly Stock feature, we will have our 50-50 raffle drawing, and we'll be giving rides in the Winston #1 pace car. Now listen up, folks, because we're going to do it a little differently tonight to save some time. As soon as we finish Victory Lane and before the Strictlys come out, we're going to call off the winning tickets. They're going to get rides in the pace car. So dig them out now and listen.
Season. Well, Punky, that was a great race at the end between you and Zinema. You come away with your 59th career victory here at Monadnock and 5th win of the season. Congratulations.
Thank you. I hope my crew, my cousin John Hooper was setting the car up, and the rest of the crew getting the car ready. We were really running real good. The car was going real good tonight, but I got 2 or 3 scuffles there, and I towed the front end in, and I think maybe Jeff might have been a little quicker than I was, so that's why I kind of slowed down, and if he's going to go by me, he's going to have to go around me.
Well, this should pretty much, Marquis got 4th, so this will at least move you a little closer to him in the point battle, but there's still plenty of time this season.
I don't really care so much about the points as I do just running good every race and finishing every race. That's that keeps this car surviving.
Congratulations. Punky Karen gets his 5th win of the season with car number 88. Finishing second, Jeff Zinema with car number 17. And third spot goes to the 27 for Jim Boniface.
Belongs to Scott Zielinski of Irving, Massachusetts. The 71 coming up, Randy Baker, and the 37, Walt Polcharski, and they hit it hard. Cashman is well out in front. Cashman, Zellman, Cook, down the backstretch. Mallet moves up the outside. Livingood gets in deep, has to back out. That holds off Drew. It's Cashman. Tom Cashman, Cookie Cook, John Mallet breaks into third. Then it's Zellman, Livingood, Drew, Burgess, and Meany. Look out, Meany into the wall, brings it back out and almost took everybody with him. Meany with a tire going down, pulls to the high side. Here's your leader, Cashman, with Cook, Mallet, Zellman, Livengood, Drew, Burgess and Brio, Stuymus, Block and Curley. Caution on the racetrack. Caution on the racetrack, and let's see why. Curley smoking something wicked. Check that. Cashman smoking badly in the 27. Single file, gentlemen. Tom Cashman, Cookie Cook, John Mallet, Joe Zellman, and Jason Livengood, your top 5 runners right now. Here they come, Cook and Cashman, Mallet and Zellman. Cashman gets a jump, but Cook recovers enough to hold second. Mallet still third, Zellman fourth. The outside line's moving fast, Drew and Brio. Down the backstretch. Here's a challenge for the lead. Cookie to the outside of Cashman. Off turn 4, it'll be Cookie on top. Cookie Cook takes the lead on lap 4. Check that, 5. Trouble in the wall. The 7 car for Randy Baker off the turn, slams the wall. Randy Baker in the 7. Went hard into the wall, and the safety crews are on their way, so guys, get back down over there and give them room. Everybody over there, the safety guys will take care of it, so relax, folks. Cookie Cook takes the lead. Mallet and Cashman fighting for second. We'll get a reading on Randy Baker in a minute. He got something must have gone down because he just went straight off the turn and caught that retaining wall pretty hard. Tom Cashman Jr., John Mallet, Steve Drew, inching their way toward the green, and here they come. Cookie into turn 1. Cashman, Mallet, Drew, and Brio. Stuymus running up front. Here comes Cook. He'll lead lap 6. Trouble in turn 4. 39 and 87 come together. Cook and Cashman side by side. Cook drops low and gets the break. Now it's Drew and Cashman side by side. Brio fourth. Mallet way on the outside. 5 deep coming off the turn. And it's Curley taking them wide. Look out. Curley goes up and takes Stuymus to the wall. Stuymus goes over a tire. And again, the caution flag is out. What a day for Richard Cook. Curley with a flat tire, Mallet with a flat tire, and now it looks like Brio's got something wrong with his car. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if that tire was Curley's that Brio went up over. Curley came into turn 4 hard, dove underneath and pushed 2 of them up wide, and he is missing the right front tire. So it was Curley who lost the wheel and went up into the 89 of Stuymus, and Stuymus' car, I think, is perched on that wheel. That may be a break for Glenn Brio. Here they come. Cookie gets on the gas, and there's the green. Drew on the outside. Here he comes. Drew gets into turn 2 and gets way up there. Cookie runs second. Brio third. Block fourth, and Cashman is back to 5th. It'll be Drew, Cook, Brio. Steve Drew now moves out ahead. Here comes Brio to the outside of Cook. Cookie trying to take him up and just give himself a little room. Brio stays right there. Works the outside of Cook. We're coming to the halfway mark now. All that fighting is just helping Steve Drew move ahead. Here they come, halfway. Drew, Cook, Brio, Block, Cashman, and Burgess. Polcharski, Farnsworth, Hersey, and Meany banging and thumping through turns 3 and 4. Brio tries Cook on the inside again. Look out, Corey Cashman right in front of the field. Brio goes low. Here's Brio to the line. Brio and Drew as they come around that slower car. Brio moves into second. Cook kicked back to third. Corey Cashman left sitting inside the turn, and here comes Drew to complete lap 12, 13. Caution, another caution as Farnsworth goes off the backstretch. So with Cashman sitting inside turn 4 and Scott Farnsworth with a flat tire going off the backstretch, that brings out the caution in lap 14 before the green drops. Pole sitter sets the pace. This time Brio will sit back and Drew will probably slip ahead. But actually it's up to Brio to stay with Drew, not get ahead of him. 27's going to get another black flag. Here they come, looking pretty good. There's the green. Glenn Brio and Steve Drew and Farnsworth quickly out of the pits. Guys get into a real shunt here in the back of the pack. Here come your leaders, Drew and Brio, side by side, down to the wire. Drew loose, he'll hold the lead. On the backstretch, Brio with a nose ahead. He gets a little further ahead. Here they come to the line. Brio with the lead. Glenn Brio, he's got lap traffic. He's a little bit loose. Here comes the traffic. Here comes Drew and Brio. Cookie Cook's got a great seat for a pretty good race. And it looks like Drew's tires may be going away. Brio on the outside of Farnsworth, who's a little bit slower. He has to work his way around him. Cook and Drew, bumper to bumper. Now we're down to 2 laps for Brio. Look out, Cook got into the back of Brio, into the back of Drew and spins himself out. He'll stay on the gas and stay in the race. What a terrible break for Cookie. Look out! Curley came back in and got creamed by somebody. Caution on the racetrack as the leaders come racing to the line. Where did Curley come from? What a wreck. Don Corliss, Tom Curley, and John Mallett. And it looks like somebody must have lost a radiator. Cookie's pulled up along the side here, although he had to rush back. I don't know if that's going to save him for that spin or not. Curley's out of his car. All right, here they come. Safety vehicles duck for cover. Glenn Brio, Steve Drew, and Travis Block on their way. White flag flies for Brio, Drew, and Block, and here they come. Now Drew puts a move to the inside of Brio. Brio gives it a little extra gas. Here's the checkered flag as they come off the turn. It's Brio, Drew, Block, Hersey, and Burgess. Took long enough, but we finally got it done. And here comes Glenn Brio with his 10th victory circle. And a happy young man, I might add. I don't know why he would be. Steve Drew came up alongside of him, gave him a little bit of a heartthrob. And after a long wait, they'll be ready to go. Modifieds are next, and our Bud King of Beers race follows. I've done everything but to help him out of the car so far here. Sounds like Steve Drew's pretty happy there too. And the pace car comes out. Here he is, Glenn Brio. Wow, Glenn, you had to wait long enough for this one.
It was a real long race. I just want to thank everybody who just sat here and waited out throughout the whole thing. I want to thank my sponsors, Hebert Brothers Racing Engines, Toy Town Auto Salvage, the Galley Restaurant, Rex or Us, and Zeke Design, and Bankowski Oil. And I really got to thank Hoosier Tire. They made the car stick around the outside.
Stick it did. Steve came up and gave you a little bit of a scare there on that last lap.
Yeah. Steve ran a great race. He rode me hard as you could ever ride to somebody. A good quarter mile racing, little bumping, little rubbing, and that's just the best way to have it.
Glenn Brio, your winner, number 10. Almost sometimes it's just as good as getting there, isn't it, Steve?
Yeah, you bet. First of all, I just hope my buddies Tom Curley and Johnny Mallor are all right from that bad wreck. I'd like to congratulate Glenn on his win. Thank my new sponsors, Fairman Auto Sales, and Mr. and Mrs. Ed Hearn for buying a new tire to help us get up front here again. We had some bad luck, but we'll be back here. You better believe it.
Steve Drew, number 2. And a good run for the rookie. Travis, you've tried awful hard, but haven't been here as often as you'd like to be.
No, we don't get here too often, but we like it when we are.
Ran pretty good. You had some breaks and managed to stay with those guys.
Yeah, we had better than qualifying run. The qualifying run was a little rough, but the feature turned out pretty good. Yep.
Anybody you'd like to thank for keeping this car running here?
Thank Briggs Lawn Care and other sponsors, Lincoln Hill Wood and Tony's Pizza and Double W Building Supply, and I guess.
And half the folks in Whitingham.
Yeah, Whitingham and everybody that's helped. Thanks.
Travis Block, your 3rd place finisher. Okay, Glenn, don't go too far. We got to draw some lucky names here. Somebody's going to walk home. It looks like a good crowd. We ought to have a heck of a good-sized 50
round. We remain under yellow for at least one more lap. Turn 3. They begin to pick up speed, and the green flag is out. Into turn 1, Batchelder leads Schofield, Brown, Bateman, Ball, and Townsend. Off turn 4, Batchelder comes around as he gets tagged by Schofield. He was about to come around to lead lap 1, but then he and Schofield get together and Batchelder goes around. Yellow flag is out. Ted Brown will take the lead. We have one lap complete, and it's the 09 of Brian Schofield and the 92 of Ted Brown. Everybody plays bumper tag on the start. Yellow remains out. The 87 car of Jim Maher drops off the pace as we get set to go back to green this time by. And there's the pace set by Brian Schofield. Green flag is out. Through turns 1 and 2 at Schofield. Bateman up to second. Here comes Jarvis looking for third. Back to fourth is Brown, and here comes Ball to take position number 5. Townsend in car number 08 gets out of shape in turn 2, and he goes up and hits the barrier in the banking in turn 2 near pit road. Yellow is back out, and we've got a bunch of cars piling up here on the front straightaway. Ray Townsend got out of shape in car number 08, spun back around into the barrier up by pit road. John Cole. Here they come. Increased speeds. Green is out. Schofield, Bateman, Jarvis, Markey, and Brown lead them into turn 1. Jarvis down low looks for second. He's got it as they go into turn 3. He's all the way to the inside of Schofield. They touch. Coming off of turn 4, it's Jarvis with the lead. Dwight Jarvis, the Rhines Roundhouse, number 28, goes out into the lead on lap 3. Schofield a little sideways, and Marquis will slip by with the 73. So it's now Jarvis, Marquis, Bateman, Schofield, and Monteith. Marquis looking to make a move on Jarvis to take the lead. Bateman's right there with him. Here comes Marquis down low, can't find racing room. Battle for fourth, Monteith has low on Schofield. And Marquis at the same time is still trying to maneuver past Jarvis, but he still can't make the move. Monteith has taken the 4th spot. Schofield back to 5th. Here comes Avery in the 10A. He'll grab 6th this time by. Correction, 5th. Schofield will drop to 6th. Brown 7th. And that's Rudolph in 8th, Kennedy in 9th, and Hitella in 10th. Trouble up in turn number 1. Harry Wheeler and John Cole come together. It looked like they got locked together over there in turn 1, Harry Wheeler and John Cole. Green this time by Jarvis, Marquis, and Bateman. Green is out. Jarvis will bring him down to the line. Marquis tucks in for second. Here he comes to the inside looking for racing room. Jarvis holds a line around the racetrack. They touch, and here comes Monteith on the high side with the 85. Kirby Monteith gets a little bit crossed up in turn 2, and he'll fall back into third. Here comes Avery to the outside of Bateman. Dan Avery, car 10A on the move. They run single file among the top 10 cars. It's Jarvis, Marquis, Monteith. We've got a car spun in turn number 2. That is the number 2 of Harry Wheeler. The 25 of Tim DeRoy goes around in turn 4. The 19 of Batchelder heads back down pit road, so Wheeler has spun again. Rusty Ball. And we're looking for a green on lap 13, this time by And we've got one. Dwight Jarvis leads him off turn number 4. Avery gets a tap from Bateman, and that sends him sideways. We've got 2 cars locked together on the back straightaway, Rudolph and Schofield. So it's Jarvis, Markey, and Monteith pulling away with Bateman and Avery battling for position number 4. Marquis heads low on Jarvis, still can't make the move stick. Monteith on the high side looks to get around Marquis, but cannot make that move stick. So the top 3 will work on pulling away as they work on each other. Halfway marker is out, 17 laps complete, 18 to go. Here comes Marquis back down low, Jarvis holds the spot. Here comes Monteith back up to the high side. Now Marquis finds the route to the low side of Jarvis. He makes the move stick, this time by, but it looks like Jarvis will cut back down low. Wheeler is in trouble on the backstretch in car 2. And he has come to a halt. That happened right in front of our leaders as they were about to head down the backstretch. Wheeler gets the 2 refired. It's Jarvis, Marquis, Monteith, Bateman, Avery, Brown, Ball, Hightower, and Schofield. They put John Cole 1 lap down. Jarvis continues to hold off the pressure from Marquis. Now Marquis looks to the low side once again. Monteith is within striking distance with the 85. Bateman's right up there with him. Avery's all alone in 5th. Monteith and Marquis side by side for 2nd. Jarvis continues to maintain the lead. Car 28 looking for his 6th victory. Here comes Marquis back down low. Monteith is right there waiting in the wings, now on the high side. We've got a spin on the backstretch, and that looks like the 09 of Schofield. Marquis tries to fend off Monteith, and he gets a shot, almost goes around. Marquis drifted up into Monteith. Monteith hit him right back. And now that has allowed Avery to catch Monteith and Bateman. Schofield in the 09 gets his car refired. So now Jarvis has gotten pretty far out ahead, but Marquis is still closing in. Car 73. Monteith holds on for 3rd, Bateman 4th, Avery 5th. They go around Ronnie Bodge and Wade Cole. Less than 5 laps to go for Jarvis. Here comes Marquis down low. Marquis in the 73 has found a route to the inside. Off turn 4, brand new leader, the MRS Mechanical, number 73, Jerry Marquis has taken the lead. White flag is in the air for Marquis. Jarvis 2nd, Monteith 3rd, Bateman 4th, and Avery 5th. Checkered is out. It's Marquis with his 5th win of the season. 73. Jerry, that was a great battle going down for the lead with Dwight Jarvis, and you came away with your 5th win of the season.
Yeah, he slipped up going into 1 and 2 a little bit, and we had the bike coming off the turn, and everything worked out real good for us tonight. The guys did a super job tonight getting the car ready, and I'd like to thank all the sponsors, Precision Automotive. They gave me a real good motor to run with.
Congratulations. Jerry Markey gets his 5th win of the season. Dwight Jarvis in car 28 will finish in the 2nd spot. And finishing 3rd, it was the 85 of Kirby Monteith, wherever he is.
Field's ready. 50 laps. Here they come. Drug, Bachelor, Tack, Fitzgerald, Bree, Brio, Ferrulo, and Sutherland. Here's the green. Eddie Brio up the outside. It'll be Drug, Bachelor, Fitzgerald, Brio, and Tack. 1 down, 49 to go. Drug, Bachelor, Brio, Fitzgerald, Bree, Ferrulo, and Tack. Brio is up to 3rd. Meany's out. Drug, Bachelor, Brio, Fitzgerald, and Bree. Ferrulo, Newcomb, Tack, Gray, Stone, Sutherland, and Carey. Then it's Shepard, Bingham, Gaynor, Anderson, LaForge, and Patnode. Jr. on top now as he takes Drug. It's Brio, Drug, Bachelor, Fitzgerald, Bree, Barry Gray, Ferrulo, Newcomb, Stone, and Carey, your top 10 cars. Brio opening up a good margin now. Drug goes 2nd, Bachelor holds 3rd. And Fitzgerald looks strong in 4th. A lot of battles on behind them. Stone trying to break away and run down the leaders. He's looking for win number 5. Whoa, look out. Tack, Sutherland, Jarvis, and Gaynor almost come together near the back of the pack. Brio working on lap traffic now. It'll be a couple laps and he'll start working down the back of the field. 2 completely different races out here. Eddie Brio Jr. well out ahead. Herb Drug holds a strong 2nd. 3rd is Bachelor. Whoa, look out! Sutherland on the brake almost took it in a wall. He'll go back. Meanwhile, Brio starts to lap the back of the field. 16 out of 25. Here's Drug. Your leader, Brio, working his way through traffic. Past the 55. Working on the back of Chalmers. Drug works his way through traffic. He's closing in. We've got a spinner as Ferrulo spins to the infield. Rack is still green. Whoa, high, wide, and handsome. Patnode bangs into the leader. Can you believe that? The 24 hit the leader. That's a black flag. Here's Ferrulo in deep trouble. Way up high. Look out, Drug nearly gets him. Stone gets by, Bree gets by, and finally the caution is out. Well, our leader's had a rough time. He just missed the spinning Ferrulo. He got run into by the 24, who obviously didn't know who was behind him. And on lap number 20, we get a caution, 19 in the books. Come, looking for a restart. Brio brings him down, and there it is. LaForge gets caught sleeping. Holds the lead. Batchelor second. Drug banging on his bumper in third. Stone fourth. Bree fifth. Carey sixth. Alan Fitzgerald seventh. And a 24 losing his motor. Look at it. Power out of the bottom. He's lost that one. And he'll pull it out as Brio continues to lead. Stone into third, works on Batchelor, trying to get inside as they go around Patnode. Here it is, Stone third, Carey now. Stone has moved into second. Carey's gone to third. Batchelor back to fourth. Bree is fifth. Drug sixth. Fitzgerald seventh. Shepard eighth. Jarvis is ninth, and 10th is Newcomb. Then it's Bouchard, Gaynor, Stan, Anderson, Gray, Bingham, Rule, Tack, Sutherland, Chalmers, and Metcalf halfway. Batchelor gets spun out of the track. Batchelor running in the top five, spins out and goes to the rear. And Brio looks in his mirror, and here comes Stone and Carey. Bree goes fourth. Fifth is Fitzgerald. Drug is sixth. Jarvis seventh. Shepard eighth. Newcomb ninth, and 10th is Bouchard. Now the strategy begins. Pressure on Eddie Brio. Here's Stone to the outside. Carey on the bottom side. Here come your leaders to complete lap 30. And it's Eddie Brio, Stone, and Carey. 20 laps to go. Batchelor comes in and gives Sutherland a shot. He saves it, brings it back. He'll head back onto the track in turn two as your leaders go rumbling by. Here's Stone on the outside of Brio now. Stone, Brio fighting for the lead. Sutherland there in front. Brio comes off the turn. He has the lead for one more lap. In behind Sutherland. Stone holds him down. The leaders, and it's 3 wide, fighting behind Sutherland for the lead. Sutherland drops down. Stone takes the lead on lap 33. Ed Stone takes over the lead. Stone, Brio, Carey, Bree, Fitzgerald. Then it's Jarvis. Ed Stone cranking it up now as he works traffic. He's going to have a lot of lap traffic in front of him. Carey underneath Brio takes over second. Jarvis smoking badly. He's going to lose the motor. He's black flagged off the track. He knows he's got trouble. Here's your leader, Stone, working lap traffic. Carey second, Brio third, Bree fourth, then Fitzgerald. Tom Carey trying to work the outside and gain ground on Ed Stone. Coming down. 11 laps to go now. 11 to go. Stoney work it inside Bingham. 10 laps left now. Stone, Carey, Brio, Bree, and Fitzgerald. Look out. Drug has lost a tire and stops on the racetrack. We've got a car in turn 2 and a caution comes out. He may get creamed because he pulled down on the track like that. Herb Drug loses a tire on lap 42. Pulls. Stands is the 10th car. 90 is the last car in the lead lap. Back of the pack rushing to catch up. Stone now begins to pick up the pace as the rest of the field starts charging after him. Here he comes. Ed Stone continues to lead. He's got 7 to go, but Carey is right there. Ed Stone, Tom Carey, Eddie Brio, and Bill Bree. Getting down. Stone and Carey are the race now. Here they come. Bill Bree beginning to challenge for third as he works to the inside of Eddie Brio. Here they come. 4 to go. Now 3. Bill Bree and Eddie Brio fighting for third. Fitzgerald holds on to 5th. Barry Gray back up to 6th. 7th is Bouchard. 8th is Shepard. 9th is Newcomb. 10th is Stans. 2 to go now. One lap left. Tom Carey puts the pressure on Stone with a white flag out. Here come the checkers. It's going to be Ed Stone, Tom Carey, Eddie Brio, Bill Bree, and Al Fitzgerald. Carries the colors for the final 17 laps and picks up the $1,000 check for the win. Well, he will later on, actually. Just needs to get himself. Here he is. Just trying to get himself unbuckled and crawl out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, your Budweiser King of Beers, late model street stock champion for 1991, Ed Stone. Well, Ed, you had a little work to do for tonight's race. You had to work your way up and chase down Eddie.
Yes, sir. He ran a good race, gave me room on the outside, and it's fun running with Tommy Carey again. He's running the number 5. It's a pleasure to be here, and I appreciate all the fans, and I appreciate my crew. They made it all possible.
And how about your sponsors? They put any money into this at all?
Well, a little bit. Joe Bean, Auto Body, they are right behind us, 100%. And I want to thank Budweiser for putting this on, too, and Larry and Fred.
Good run for your winner tonight. Ed Stone hangs on to his lead in the late model points. Where's Tom? Tom Carey. Tom, it's the first time for you and I here in Victory Lane, but not the first time you've been up here, and I guess a lot of folks are glad to see you back behind the wheel of a car.
Yeah, I'll tell you, boy, we're really having a good time, and it's just like old times, me and Ed running together again. We were just lacking a little bit of bite, and Ed had us by a little more, but next week we'll go at it again. But it's good to be back. Yeah, we're having a good time. No pressure. We're just enjoying ourselves, and Gary Penfield gave me the opportunity to drive this terrific car, and we're just thrilled to be here.
Nice going. Tom Carey, your second finisher. And, boy, I'll tell you, that's the hardest work I've seen anyone do for 50 laps, Eddie.
Well, we started out good, and the car just got away from us. Well, I don't know. We started out good. We finished up all right, I guess.
Well, third's better than a DNF somewhere. You got to feel pretty good about how it ran.
Yeah, all in all, it ran pretty well. Just like to thank the guys that bought me tires this week. It really helped out a lot.
Eddie Brio, your third finisher in tonight's Budweiser King of Beers Championship. Next Friday night, it'll be our NASCAR Speed Night. Have a safe ride and enjoy your holiday weekend here on Labor Day.